Hello everyone, I just thought I would continue the Wilco a330 to 200 tutorial on vatsim. What I forgot to mention last time is the other freeware add-on, well not add-on but web-based browser route finder which you could use. It's called rFinder. Just click on it. Easiest thing to do, just type in your departure airport, which in our case would be Heathrow, and type in your destination, which would be in our case Beirut. This could be any airport, of course. Just find route and just wait for it to load. Here it's loaded, and you can see here, this is your route. This will be the SID you'll take, and that will be the style that you would take. And you can just copy that and paste it into the flight route box, the flight plan box, sorry. But be warned that some of this may be outdated, and if it's outdated, the air traffic control might ask you to take another route. If you do, this is why you should make sure that you have charts for the Pacific airport, so it just makes life a lot easier for you to take different routes. Like I'll take you through one now. Let's say okay, EGL. Just put EGL charts, and then you'll go onto this website called NATS, and these are all the charts. So you can go in each chart. Aerodrome is wait for it to load. This just basically covers the ground of the airport, like all the taxiways, aprons, terminals, and all of that. This is quite useful for taxiing. So if you have this, printed off, you scroll down the taxi list, what air traffic control says to you, then you can mark it on the screen, so you know exactly what route you're going to go to taxi to the runway. Just close that. I know that for to get from EGLL to Beirut, you would take the DVR or Dover departure. So we just have to go on here. So we just need to find SID. So here we go, Dover Detling SID's chart. Just click on that, and that's basically just the SID. So you just take off here. That was 27, and then turn, go to this, and fly from that. And that has a lot of information which I won't go into detail, and then how to fly that specific SID. Now I'll stop the video, and then I'll meet you back up in Flight Simulator. Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of the Wilco a330 tutorial. Now I'm in the Airbus a330 at Gatwick. So right now, as I said in part 1, we have to contact air traffic control. So the first air traffic control we'll contact is delivery. However, before we contact delivery, we just have to listen to the ATIS again. But however, this one for Gatwick and see the runway in use as well as the information ticket. So to see the air traffic control frequencies, just go into the FSX control panel. Go on ATC, and then here it says EGKK ATIS. Remember that frequency down, or write it down somewhere. 134.22. Close that. Go back into Flight Simulator, back into the radio panel, and then go on to 134.22. Which that. and up here is the ATIS. Let's just listen for a bit. So the intimation is Victor.
Between 260 and 050 degrees, visibility 10 kilometres or more.
And remember, in use is 26 left.
Thunderstorm, vicinity, scattered, cumulative numbers, 3,800 feet, temperature, plus pressure, 2 pints.
And we have to advise air traffic control of our aircraft type, which is the Airbus A330.
Advise aircraft type, on first contact. Gatwick information, Victor, time at 1:06.
So now we can tune off ATIS. It's quite annoying if you keep having to listen to it.
Visual or surveillance radar approach.
So next thing I have to do is, you've seen this before in part 1, but I have to file another flight plan. However, I already have this flight plan saved, so I just have to click on that, go on load, and then just type my aircraft in. That was A332, and then send that to tower. Okay, so now we can contact air traffic control. The first air traffic control you would contact is delivery. If there's no delivery, you contact ground. If there's no ground, you would contact tower. And if there's no tower, you contact approach. If none of those are available, and there is no center, which covers your airport, then you can do what you please as long as you write it down in the Unicom chat. Unicom is 122.8 on the radios. Okay, so we can tune into delivery. Delivery is 121.95. Again, you can check this in the ATC control panel by going to FSX control panel and clicking on ATC. 121.95. So go back into Flight Simulator. Oops. 95. Okay, so the delivery has voice. So what we would say is, for example, Mike Echo 202 requesting IFR clearance to Beirut. Flight IFR clearance to Beirut. Route of information Victor type Airbus A330. So I'll go ahead and contact air traffic control. Gatwick delivery, good evening. Mike Echo 202 requesting IFR clearance to Beirut of information Victor type Airbus A330. I'm ready to note down our readback clearance.
Mike Echo 202, Gatwick delivery, good evening. You want clear to destination on the program 89 departure, squawking 0302.
And then you read it back. Cleared to Beirut as well on the Dover 8 Mike departure squawk 0302. Mike Echo 202.
Mike Echo 202, is that what's correct? QNOT is now 1004 and information Victor was correct. Contact on right.
Copy that, Mike Echo 202. Well, what I'm having is I'm having some difficulty hearing air traffic control, but I can just about hear the main kind of things that he's trying to say. So next thing to do is to program the NDCU. Actually, we should click on this, the left click on that to on all of these to turn it to program mode, and then we double click on the flight director. So we just need to go onto the MCDU, click on the MCDU menu, and you want to go onto FMGC. This FMGC controls the autopilot. Go to FMGC, and the first thing we need to fill is the from/to box. So type in the ICA code of your airport. For us it's EGKK, and then of your destination airport, which for us is Beirut, which would be OLBA. Return, and then click line IRS. This just make sure the plane, this aligns the plane with the navigation systems and sees where it is in the world. Flight number is MEA202. Cruising altitude, flight level 410. Go to the next page. ZFW. This is the fuel page, so just double click on that and double click on this. Yes, in real life you'd have to make these calculations, but the Wilco airbus A330 from GC does it for you. Next thing to do is go into flight plan, EGKK, departure. This is where you select your runway in use, in our case it's 26 left. And then we select our SID, which was given to us, it's Dover 8 mic. Insert that. And there we have our SID. Next we have to type in our waypoint. So the first waypoint on my flight plan after the SID is Kilo Oscar Kilo. I'm sorry, that's wrong. It's actually Kilo Oscar November, which is Konon. So all you have to do is type that into the scratch pad. By the way, this is the scratch pad. Type in Konon. And then click this button next to flight plan screen on the left. Use your own knowledge to decide which one it is. We know this is the first waypoint, so it's going to be quite close to the airport. 82 nautical miles sounds about right. 5,000 doesn't. So click on the one next to 82 nautical miles, and there we have Konan. Because it takes quite a long time to film all the waypoints, I'm going to pause the video. I'll meet you back when I've filled out all the waypoints. Okay, so I've filled out all the waypoints now, and the final thing to do is select the stars. So going to arrival, I think we'll be arriving on runway 16. You can always change this later if there's air traffic control at Beirut, which I doubt. On 16 I will be flying the Bomber to Foxtrot. Start. Press insert. Clear the flight plan discontinuity. By the way, to delete a waypoint, you just have to press clear, and then press next to the waypoint, and it will delete it. And there we're done this one, and there we go. And there's one more thing to do on the FMGC. Just click on the perf page, and this is the takeoff perf. This first thing we need to do is enter the takeoff configuration for flaps. This will be configuration 2, which means you have to put 2/0. If you want to put configuration 1, put 1/0. Again, 3/0. Then flex the temp. The plane will automatically, the FMGC will automatically out. Sorry. And V1. Again, the FMGC automatically works this out. So V1, VR, V2. And at this altitude, I think is 6,000 feet in Europe. So we can just change that. And there we go. FMGC is all done. One final thing to do. Change this to the first altitude. Transition altitude is about 6,000 feet. And just double click the flight director, so you will get climb mode activated and nav mode activated. This means that the FMGC controls both heading and altitude of the plane. So there we go. That's the end of part 2 of this tutorial. Thanks for watching. Please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. In part 3, I'll be covering some more communications and taxiing with the Wilco airbus A330-200.